I planned to film this video chatting about having a bad day, and yesterday, like clockwork, I had a bad day and I just felt crap and down. So today I wanted to share my top tips that are fresh in my mind because I used these tips yesterday when I was feeling crap, and I really hope they help you out. So the number one thing I do is self-care, and I've talked about self-care so much. If I'm having a bad day, I will get my work done and the commitments that I need to get done, but I will also fit in at some point that day some sort of self-care. So I will have a really quiet evening in and watch some Netflix. I might have a bubble bath. I might make myself my favourite thing for tea, and I think just having that small moment of like pleasure in your day, especially when you've made that choice for yourself and said, you know what, I'm going to do this because it's going to make me feel good. I feel like that is the best immediate relief you can get. Meditation and breathing exercises and exercise is also incredible if you are feeling worked up and stressed, to kind of release some of that tension. But I just invite you to find whatever works for you. Self-care, in my opinion, is just something that makes you feel really good and really happy and relaxed, and kind of makes you forget about the everyday stresses of life. I say this out of love and respect because I have totally been there. The first gut reaction that your body wants is that initial pleasure, like I've just mentioned, and I think it's important to be really careful about what you do to make yourself feel better. And tip 2 is to avoid self-sabotaging behaviours. And this is something that I think we all struggle with. We all have our vices, those things that perhaps we know aren't the best for us, but we still go back to time and time again when we're feeling down and we need a pick-me-up. My self-sabotaging behaviour is probably food. I am definitely one of those people who just instantly like grabs for something sweet or sugary, or just wants that comfort of sitting in front of the TV, eating cookies or ice cream or something sweet and indulgent when I'm feeling stressed. And it's just not the best thing you can do for yourself in the long term. I mean, I'm not going to go into all the self-sabotaging behaviours that people do because I'm sure you know if you do them. I'm not going to like list them all off and shame people, but there are some that are very serious and can have an impact on your health long term, whether big or small. And I think it's important to have those self-care habits that add something to your life rather than take away from your health, take away from your relationships. You know what those things are in your life. And my final tip is gratitude and focusing on what you're grateful for. And Tony Robbins has some great philosophies and thoughts around this, and he talks about how when you feel grateful, when you're truly grateful in the present moment, fear and doubt and lack and all those crappy negative feelings that we have when we're having a bad day can't fully exist in that space, because you're just surrounded by this really positive gratitude that it's almost like those thoughts bounce off. And when you're really focused on what you have and what you have to be grateful for, inevitably that is going to make you feel 10 times better. And it's so funny because I always preach about gratitude on my channel, but yesterday I was definitely not in that place. And it's so great because this really reminds me why you need to have positive, uplifting people around you, because I was texting my boyfriend about feeling crap, and my boyfriend obviously had seen that and said, oh, you should go and look at your gratitude list on your tweet. And I was like, you're all right, I should do that. We all definitely need a reminder of that every now and then. So if you are having a particularly bad day, I think sitting down for 5 minutes and writing a list of, the top 3 or 5 or however many you can think of in the moment, write down those things in your life that you're truly grateful for, and you can't help but smile and feel good in that moment. And that kind of proactive, positive feeling can really get you out of that slump. I hope these tips help you out. Please leave yours in the comments below so we can all go and look at them, and hopefully they will help us all out, because I'm sure most of the people coming to this video are having a bad day right now. So I'm sure your comments and encouraging tips and advice will be helpful for them as well as for me. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel because I post 3 new videos every single week, and I really hope to see you on my next one. Bye!